Hello, welcome to Appliance Master's Facebook Live. I'm Bill, and with me again is Kari.
Hey, this week we're going to be continue to be talking about dryers, specifically some questions revolving around buying a new dryer. If you have any questions about something we're discussing today that haven't been answered, you can comment here, go to our website, appliancemaster.com, or give our office a call at 800-752-7123, and we'd be more than happy to help you. So I guess we're going to start off with like the first main thing. It says, so when I'm running my dryer for more than 2 or 3 loads, it doesn't start for the next cycle. What could be causing that?
Well, it's probably starts with airflow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if you're not getting the proper airflow through the dryer, there are thermal cutouts, that protectors that will either inside the motor will shut the motor off, and there is actually a thermal protector that will shut the entire dryer and is not resettable. So that can burn out, and then you'll be stuck. It won't start until it gets serviced.
Okay. And then what should I do about that if I notice that problem presenting itself?
Oh, of course, same old. My stock answer. You have to call. Get attention. Get a service. Call Appliance Master right away.
And then just the technician would come over, give a diagnosis, and give their best recommendations whether to fix it or repair it.
Well, right? And I think you're going to find that. As many of our customers do frequently, that's surprisingly low cost of maintenance and repairs, compared to buying new. But in your case, with the dryers taking longer, that's usually very simple fix, very routine maintenance.
So then, what would I do if the technician recommends to replace the unit rather than fix it? What would I look for in a new dryer?
Simplicity. No gimmicks, like no Wi-Fi. I don't need my dryer talking to the washer. I don't need my dryer tracking me down. I don't think anyone does. That's the stuff.
True.
And those also come with user manuals no one reads, 100-page user manuals. I like, when I say simplicity, I like mechanical switches, like a mechanical, when you turn the dial, it clicks, anything, they put fancy lights, like you're at a casino or something, you get all this, like all that stuff.
All the lights, the bells, and the whistles.
Yeah. They focus group that. People like that. And and a lot of it really does nothing. It's like extraneous stuff you don't need, and it's usually tied into like circuits you don't need. So yeah.
Extra things that can break.
Yeah, you want entertainment, actually go to the casino. Don't take a gamble with your dryer.
And then, another question that we've come across is, I've never used the delayed start or anti-crease feature, but I do use steam refresh. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more, like as far as what those cycles specifically mean and if it's important to look for?
What was the first one again? The delayed start?
Delayed start,
okay.
Anti-crease, and steam refresh.
Okay, we got 3 things.
Yes.
The delayed start is exactly that. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a delayed start on a dryer, but that's like on a dishwasher. If you, for whatever reason, if it's noisy and you don't want it to start right now, half an hour from now, or later tonight, or I guess if you're trying to save energy, if you don't want to run it in peak hours when you're running your air conditioner, you can run your dryer later. If it's electric, it'll use a lot of energy. The
anti-crease and steam refresh.
Yeah, or it used to be permanent press or whatever.
Permanent press,
yeah. It's like, that'll just, rather than abruptly end a heat cycle, so you hot close and then cool, there's gradual cool down cycles, so it lowers the heat, I guess when the clothes, if they're hot and then it stops, I guess it tends to leave more wrinkles in it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the steam refresh is if you have something that you want to wear and it's got a few wrinkles, you can just throw it in, steam it, right, and then it'll come out, it'll remove a lot of the wrinkles. So, but that's a pretty, I don't know, that's an extra feature, probably costs a little bit more. I mean, if that's something you're going to use, and but it does require a water hookup to the dryer for that. Okay.
And then now, as far as the load size goes, what if you're in a family that only does the wash primarily on the weekends or 1 day a week? Does that have an impact on what size dryer you should buy and the different features that you should look for?
I mean, even if you have a family and children, and I don't care. You're not just going to be doing laundry on the weekend for one, but anything that's sold as heavy duty, larger capacity, is probably smart.
Okay. And then if I'm looking to get the best dryer at a reasonable price, what are the things that I should look out for or be mindful of when I'm shopping around?
Best dryer at a reasonable price.
Loaded question.
Yeah, that is, I think you can't only shop price, if that makes sense. Because you are going to see, and I think some people shop the feature, and they can't only do that either, because you don't look, it's not like a car or whatever, you want the most features for the least amount of money, because I still look for quality. Like I look for, I mean, every dryer is going to have a cabinet, and every dryer is going to have a motor, and every dryer is going to have a belt, but those things, they make those things with heavier gauge steel, you know, sturdier motors, heavier belts, but those are the kind of things that can cost more money but don't translate, you know, exactly features. So I look for durability, sturdiness, and again, a lot of those things come with simplicity. Like, can I mention brand names? Yeah, because
I mean, as long as they're ones that we're authorized
like,
for.
Granted, like all the major manufacturers make decent clothes dryers, but it's like I still stuck on lately. Speed Queen has been making awesome washing machines, and they still make a pretty decent heavy duty dryer. Again, yeah, you can say the same thing. Maybe Whirlpool or Maytag might make a higher end, better dryer.
Might be a little fancier with more of the
Just again,
extra stuff that you don't necessarily need.
Look for simplicity, durability, and of course, the number one thing that's going to make a clothes dryer last longer is the way you use it and maintenance.
Keeping your venting clean.
Because cleaning the lint screen, making sure it's installed properly. I mean, if it's not installed, like if it's not installed, you know, perfectly or really well, you're going to have problems immediately. You're going to have, on a brand new dryer, you're going to have higher heat, higher internal heat temperatures. You're going to wear out parts faster. You're going to have longer dry times. You'll use more energy. Something that's so simple to do when it's new is spend an extra few minutes installing it properly makes all the difference, not only in the life of your dryer, but all the energy you're going to use over 10 years, 20 years.
That's definitely a good thing to keep in mind when shopping around for the different dryers. Well, thank you, Bill. Thanks. It looks like you've answered a lot of my questions as far as what to look for when shopping around for a new dryer.
You know, you surprised me. Those are some pretty good questions.
Yeah. And that was great information. So I'm definitely going to keep that in my back pocket for when I go out shopping.
In your back pocket. Never mind.
So, and then, you know, thank you. I think we've pretty much covered everything today for the basics of what to look for your new dryer. And remember, you can schedule online for an appointment with ApplianceMaster.com or give us a call, 800-752-7123.
Or send us your questions if you have other questions.
Oh, yeah, and if you have questions that weren't answered as far as buying a new dryer, you can certainly leave them here, and we'll do our best to get them answered as quickly as possible.
They may make the next exciting show of Appliance Master Live.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
See you next week.